A year on since he departed this realm to the great beyond, the life and times of Sir Alexander Molade Okoya Thomas has been revisited for reckoning. The mention of Sir Molade Okoya Thomas calls to mind a totally dedicated personality to the welfare of humanity. A reference point was that commendable role he had played to set the template of sponsorship of sports, for which the game of tennis received his lifetime attention. The event marking the memorial of the late tennis icon and unique philanthropist brought to the fore the high esteem in which he was held in his lifetime. The diverse assemblage of personalities from every sphere of life in Nigeria rallied round members of the Okoya family to give the pillar of sports in Nigeria a worthy remembrance. Monday, the 1st of February 2016, was a memorable one in the annals of events coverage, particularly in honor of this special figure. In the eye of Nigerian sports, Sir Molade Okoya Thomas had been eternally entrenched in the consciousness of sports enthusiasts and analysts alike as an enigma who deserves more of this show of appreciation for his unquantifiable contribution to sports development. This will serve as a morale booster to other well-meaning Nigerians to join the bandwagon of sports sponsorship, which is needed to drive our homegrown sports to that enviable height. The one-year remembrance of Sir Molade Okoya Thomas, which had a church Requiem Mass, was held at the Holy Cross Cathedral, Lagos Island.
And foolish to pray for the dead. Whereas, if he had in view the splendid recompense reserved for those who make a pious end, the thought was holy and devout. This was why he had this atonement sacrifice offered for the dead, so that they might be released from their sin.
The officiating priest eulogized the selfless and dedicated life of service of Sir Molade Okoya Thomas. Hinging on that, he invited the congregation to embrace such a life as a way to please God in everything. Also, the priest posited that the certainty of death should be a very good reason everyone need to put on a new lease of life to safeguard the future beyond this realm.
Our father and brother, whom we remember today, a year after his departure, touched many lives positively. He was a good man, a God-fearing man, a generous person, a philanthropist. He served society, he served his family. A holy man called St. John Bosco was asked one day by a friend of his while he was sweeping his room that, John Bosco, if God were to reveal to you that you are going to die today, what will you do? And his answer was, I will do what I am doing now. Meaning he was ready at any time. That is the challenge we face in our world today, being ready if God comes calling. Are we ready to go? Before we die, then why don't we do them now? Because we don't know when we are going to die. That should not frighten us as if death is going to come now or tomorrow, but it may come. Nobody knows. So while we live, let us do good. Let us restructure and rebuild our nation.
The Requiem Mass in loving memory of Sir Molade Okoya Thomas continued with the order of worship of the Catholic Church. Prayers were said and spirit-lifting songs offered to better tend the soul of faithful departed Sir Molade Okoya Thomas for favorable acceptance beyond the skies. Family members and friends of Sir Molade Okoya Thomas were reminded to always keep the memory of the late philanthropist in mind with such events as celebrating the Holy Mass, paying due visit to his gravesite, and living out his hard-earned legacies, all in his eternal honor. The event in memory of Sir Molade Okoya Thomas later showcased the Thanksgiving session where there was warm exchange of pleasantries with the children of the deceased by a long file of well-wishers. The children of Sir Molade Okoya Thomas had a swell time reaping bountifully from many years of giving and mentoring their father had exemplified. Done with the church Requiem Mass, all roads led to the landmark event center reception venue for the next event on the menu. Of course, the event was about a personality who believed and served God and man with all that he had, although not living out the need for thanksgiving for the graces received. The faith band rephrased this identity in the series of praise songs rendered to relax everyone present at the memorial event. A collection of prominent personalities were recorded at the reception venue to felicitate with the Okoya Thomas family, particularly the matriarch of the family, Lady Okoya Thomas, who also showed her steady vibes in appreciation to the warm reception shown her family. The children of the deceased also took their time on the dance floor, and they were equally supported by their guests. This was an acceptable way to celebrate one-of-a-kind personality, Sir Molade Okoya Thomas, who had led a path of service veritably, which now appeals to everyone having the appetite to serve to follow similar path.
Connection, fine man. About all that, I would have ignorant sin, no matter Harry, Yellowstone connection. What in Jasmine,
We direct our heartfelt well wishes from the stable of Biscon Communication to the Okoya Thomas family on the occasion of the first posthumous anniversary of Sir Molade Okoya Thomas, whom we urge on to continue to rest in the bosom of the Lord.
America,